In case you don't know, and you haven't seen the latest polls, the American people hold the President of the United States in contempt. They hold this institution in contempt. They hold the Republican Party in contempt. They hold the Democratic Party in contempt. They think that maybe, given all of the crises facing this country, it's about time that there was some bold leadership here and that this institution made some hard choices.
Early in the morning, they went to the table with the black robe, the black shield, and they pulled out the votes. Those votes were put there a number of hours.
People are sitting. The reason the market is doing what it's doing is people are sitting at home, getting the checks from the government, okay? And this fair share is a bullshit concept. Share is a bullshit concept. This fair share is a bullshit. This fair share is a bullshit concept. The reason the market is doing what it's doing is people are sitting at home, getting the checks from the government, okay? And this fair share is a bullshit concept. It's just a way of attacking wealthy people, and people of attacking wealthy people, 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 and I think it's inappropriate. We all got to work together and pull together. The reason the market is doing what it's doing is people are sitting at home, getting the checks from the government, okay? And this fair share is a bullshit concept. It's just a way of attacking wealthy people, and I think it's inappropriate. We all got to work together and pull together. The reason the market is doing what it's doing is people are sitting at home, getting the checks from the government, okay? And this fair share is a bullshit concept.
They had a very bad,
it's just a way of attacking wealthy people,
concept.
And I think it's inappropriate. We all got to work together and pull together.
And the cover up is one of the worst.
What it's doing is people are sitting at home, getting the pay, and this
bad deal,
attacking wealthy people, attacking wealthy people, attacking wealthy people,
really
attacking wealthy people, 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 and I think it's inappropriate. We all got to work together and pull together. The reason the market is doing what it's doing is people are sitting at home, getting the checks from the government, okay? And this fair share is a bullshit concept. It's just a way of attacking wealthy people, and I think it's inappropriate. We all got to work together and pull together. It's just a way of attacking wealthy people. Just a way of attacking
Bernie Sanders was very upset. Why would he be there? Why?
Attacking wealthy people. Attacking wealthy people. Attacking wealthy people.
That's a good reason.
Attacking wealthy people. Wealthy people. And I think it's inappropriate. We all got to work together and.
Retweet. That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I don't think
of attacking wealthy people.
Isn't it wonderful to allow protesting? No. And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup for my family. They're so innocent. This is soup for my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup for my family, my family, my family, my family, my family, my family.
Way of attacking wealthy people.
And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.
Wealthy people.
Not good. Believe me, not good.
Get your words straight, Jack.
He was not a loser.
He was a patriot, and the people left behind there were heroes. Really? And I resent.
Are you talking
like
about
hell.
Hunter? Are you talking about
I'm talking about my son, Bo Biden. You're talking about.
I don't know, Bo. I know Hunter. Hunter got thrown out of the military. He was thrown out, dishonorably discharged. He was thrown out, dishonorably discharged.
That's not true. It
For
wasn't dishonorably.
cocaine use, and he didn't have a job until you became vice president.
Dumb people, liberal people, dumb people, liberal people, dumb, 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 dumb.
Get back in the business of creating a more peaceful world. Please clap.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
And he's like this, and we were, I need water, help me, I need water, help. And he's, this is on live television.
You know, the truth of the matter is that when you look at some of my policies, in a lot of ways, Richard Nixon was more liberal than I was.
Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Can you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know. You used the word smart. So you said you went to Delaware State, beginning of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word.
Oh, give me a break.
Because you know what? There's nothing smart about you, Jeff.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by go. You know the thing. But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Watch Hillary examine the terrain. Watch a campaign with the man Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine in the membrane. Tim Kaine in the brain.
Bad deal. Should have never been thought of.
Hello. Welcome, everyone, to another episodic installation of There Are Bacteria Growing Inside My Microphone, and I will deal with that later. So, this is, of course, episodic installation 1102 of Above It All, the hittest, latest, hottest show on the face of, whatever, I don't know. So, this is just, a pretty good show. This is what we do here. I sit here in front of a microphone for God knows how, who knows how long I'll be here. Usually I do set out an hour and then I show up and then it's like 2.5 hours later and I'm still here, right? So who knows how long I'm going to be here. It's totally possible that I'm going to be here maybe until tomorrow. I don't know. I could be here for like 12 hours for all I know. I don't fucking know anything, actually. So as you can see here, I'm drinking out of a dog. Got a Chihuahua-based coffee mug, and so we got a pretty interesting program today. Yeah. So I went to bed at 3 p.m. a.m. Actually, I went to bed at 3 a.m. last night. I had an interesting evening, and needless to say, I did not sleep that well. But yesterday's thought process was whatever. I'll deal with it. And here I am dealing with it. So, Maybe at some point in the middle of the show, I'll have to go downstairs and get another cup of coffee. I'm not sure actually, but will this be a newly minted segment of me taking a break in the middle of a live stream? Is that possible? Am I allowed to do that? I don't think I've ever done that before. So maybe I'll take a break in the middle of the show. It's possible. I don't know. Like, it's just something I can do. Like, those. Like, I could just do that, and then I'm sure you just deal with it. Like, what else are you gonna do? I don't know. You're gonna go watch someone else? No one's awake this early. In fact, you know what? Tomorrow I might even stream at 3 in the morning. You can't stop me. I'm not gonna do that. Hello everyone. I'm gonna look at the chat here. Unknown Stoyle. Hello Jochin Spalding. Hello AMC Thousandaire. How are those K's, buddy? Hello Hook. Hello Yodeler Yodels. Hello Billiard Dilliard. Hello Unknown Stoyle again. Hello Home. How does this YouTube work? I came over from DTube. You don't need to worry. If you came over from DTube, you've got an IQ higher than everyone else. Hello JL. Hello Mr. Joseph of the Mud. Hello Michael Silver. Hello Nicholas Nordland. Hello Amanda Richardson. Hello Cephas Seal Torkel. Okay. Hello Sailor Nasheed. Hello Bob Carmody. Hello Shuryef. Hello Ninja Da. Hello Philby John. Hello Random. And hello, of course, Bob. So, oh shit. Anyway, I've got a show here planned. I'm gonna try to get into some more shite. Let's get into some shite. Hello Zero PE. Hello Chicken Seal. Robinhood pretended to allow buying to save face. You can only own 5 shares. Oh my god. Jesus fuck. Are you kidding me? That's so good. Pronounced like comedy? Oh, I know. I'm aware. I pronounce your name correctly almost every other time. I know what I'm doing. You think I don't know what I'm doing? Look at that. Bob Carmody in here, coming in here. It's like, hey, my name's actually pronounced Carmody. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm just in a good mood. So yeah, let's get into some stuff, dude. So I saw, this was something I saw. Like, I saw this. This is a really good Twitter thread that I'm going to show. Did I just hit my mod? Yeah, I did. Don't worry about that. Woo! All right. So there was this very interesting Twitter thread that one Sima Hernandez on Twitter posted. And this gives us a little bit of a recap of the last 10 months or so. So remember back in March when the lieutenant governor of Texas was like, old people should just die. They should just sacrifice themselves to the gods of capitalism. Like, remember that? He went on, like, Fox News, and I think I maybe covered a few segments where he's like, well, we could shut down the economy, but, you know, Grandma could just take one for the team, basically is what he was saying. So, Grandma then, in fact, took one for the team. Grandma's dead now. And the Trump stock market soars, and the wealthy reap the gains. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so Grandma's dead. Rip Grandma, and Grandpa for that matter. Like, you know, they just killed your whole family for no reason. And then Trump's stock market's looking good, right? All right, hell yeah. And then, wait a second, there's a stimulus check, right? Wow, $600? Could you believe it? People can pay rent now. People can, like, you know, buy some fucking marijuana or something. But some people have decided, hey, you know what? The rich people, you know what they've been saying to me? Why don't the poor just invest? Whenever I ask a rich person, you know, why capitalism is so bad, they just say, well, you can do it too. Why don't you just invest? So as soon as poor people invest, we get this dumb fuck motherfucker. By the way, I believe this is the same dumb fuck motherfucker that cried live on television when Bernie Sanders won Nevada. Am I wrong? Can someone go look at that? If I remember correctly, it was Bernie Sanders released an advertisement referring to this guy as a crying billionaire. If I remember correctly. Anyway, so this dumb fuck asshole bitch face McShitstain decides to say this.
The reason the market is doing what it's doing is People are sitting at home getting the checks from the government, okay?
Okay, now note that this guy is a billionaire and he doesn't know how to speak basic English. Isn't that interesting? They're getting the checks in the government. What? Like, are you so detached from real people that you don't know how words work anymore? Is that like a thing where rich people just get so rich that they just forget language? They get in the checks in the government. What? Let's say that again.
The reason the market is doing what it's doing is people are sitting at home getting the checks from the government, okay? And
not from the government. They're getting their checks in the government. Whatever.
Fair share is a bullshit concept.
Fair share is a bullshit. Okay, so because of the possibility that a poor person might spend a stimulus check on shares of AMC Entertainment, we want to go to the movies, motherfucker. I know you have like 14 fucking IMAX cinemas on your floating sky mansion that you can go look at whenever you want, billionaire bitch face. But what if we wanted to invest, right, in a company like AMC? They're not doing so good. It's a pandemic, right? You know, a lot of people are struggling. So if we want to spend $50 on maybe saving AMC, keep it afloat, and then we can watch a movie in a year from now, why should we not be able to? Fair share's a bullshit concept? Well, I'm sorry, buddy. I think billionaires are a bullshit concept.
Fair share is a bullshit concept. It's just a way of attacking wealthy people, and, you know, I think it's inappropriate. We all got to work together and pull together.
It's a way of attacking wealthy people? Good. I hope, right, that this guy, well, I don't want to get myself in trouble, but what a fucking bitch. Jesus Christ. I imagine they're getting the checks in the government. What? Yeah, they're getting the checks in the government. And they're just attacking me. I know I've got billions of dollars. I know I could just create my own private military force. I know I could just buy a private island and get like a fucking 30,000 troop military force to guard my private island with helicopters and naval ships if I wanted to. But, oh, they're attacking wealthy people. Like, that's the problem with these billionaire fuck-stain motherfuckers, right? Is like, they are so fucking addicted to the idea that the USA's got their back, right? If anything bad happens, oh, the USA would send in their military to support me. Why don't you get your own military? Why don't you stop reaping the fucking rewards of our socialistic military practices, right? You know, I'm just using socialist in the, you know, specific term of centrally planned and all that, you know. Bear with me here. Why don't, like, you know, I don't understand, like, why doesn't this guy, why instead of spending billions of dollars on a private military force on his private island, is this guy going on CNBC and crying about, oh, little Johnny had $30 that they bought AMC with. Like, could you imagine? Like, that's you. Now, imagine, right? Like, because I personally believe that all human beings are the same. We're all the same, right? So now, like, if you really think about it, right, could you envision a scenario where you're this guy, right, and you're sitting on CNBC crying like a little fucking baby? Because, I don't know, man, that just sounds fun. I would love to experience that just for the entertainment value. Like, I would love to, like, you know how you can see, like, you know how, like, your eyeballs, like, have vision, and that's just, like, a sense, you know, that you have, and then your brain interprets that, and you can just see. I would love to, like, you know, look at, like, whatever, like, the Fox, or rather CNBC, whatever, like, look at camera, and then, like, imagine myself, like, oh my god. Like, I imagine that's the thing about these people, is they're fake as fuck, right? So I imagine he gets off of that interview, and then, like, he's got, like, his butler with his, like, fucking, like, you know, regular dose of whatever the fuck he's got, and then he's like, man, I really got him good. Like, that's what I imagine. Anyway, these fucking guys, Jesus Christ. What's poppin', y'all? Hello, Krista Parker. Hey, this stream kicks ass. How did I never watch you before? That's a good question. But guess what? You want to know that? You want to know something crazy? You'll never believe this. I stream 7 days a week, right? At the same time, every day. So tomorrow and the next day and for the rest of your life, you can just watch my stream every day. Including today. Like, isn't that incredible? So, you know, don't worry about how you missed my glorious stream. You can go back and watch the videos. Go do it. I stream every day. 7 days a week, motherfucker. Let's get in there. All right, so that's pretty good. We got, the crying billionaire starting off. How's everyone doing this morning? I might do that, 30-second break and, run downstairs. I might try to slide down the fucking, handrail and then, break my neck. And then, someone's gonna wander on the stream in, 5 minutes and say, oh, yeah, sorry, Andrea died. I'm just letting you know. And then they're gonna... No, but I might get some more coffee soon. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how we make them Pokemon Go to the movies. That's what I'm saying, man. Holy crap. It's the crier. Hello, Christian. Hello, Guinea the Dragon. Good afternoon, all. Welcome to the part of the day. Sad in a way. Is that a haiku? What? What? Good afternoon, all. Welcome to the part of the day. Sad in a way. What the fuck? Welcome nonetheless. Whatever the fuck. Alright, let's move on. I am enjoying my attack on the sham of Wall Street. Yo, same, honestly. Same. Alright, let's, you know what? Let's just do Doge. Let's talk about the gosh darn Dogie. Look at me, this is what I do. I'm like, oh yes, I'm an intellectual. I don't know, I see people do this, they rub their chin and it's like, oh yeah, I'm an intellectual. Yes I am, right? I don't know. That's me. Alright, what's Doge up to? Whoa, buddy, 5 7 cents. That's beautiful. Alright, wow, that's incredible. Let's see. So, we've got some Doges. Let me just tell you, we've got some Doges. Not to be confused with, dogs. We're talking about crypto here, motherfucker. So, here we got some Doges. And I'm looking at Binance here. And as you can tell, let's zoom out a little bit. Whoa, buddy, right? Let's check this out. Doge got all the way to 7 cents. Now, for those of you that are like me and have been following Dogecoin for a while, right, you're going to wonder to yourself, wait a second. Now, if you're new here and you didn't see this news before and you know what Dogecoin is and somehow you didn't see the news yet, you're going to think to yourself, wait a second, 7 cents for a motherfucking dog? Right? Now, that's a lot, right? Now, let's look at this motherfucking, let's look at a 1 week chart here, right? Now, I'm on Binance US, so, it's not got the full thing. But as you can tell, Doge is normally valued around 1 penny, and, less than 1 penny, even, fractions of a penny. And when it got back up to, a penny, that was, a big deal. And then now it's at this. It's just at this. So I don't really know what's going on. But Doge is looking pretty good. And I've got a CNBC article. A CNBC article, right? We get to read more. So let's just go into this. I'm just going to read Dogecoin. Well, let's start with the headline. Reddit frenzy pumps up Dogecoin. A cryptocurrency started as a joke by over 800%. So I had some Dogecoin. And when this Reddit pump started, I sold at 1.7 cents-ish. It was 1.6 or 7. It was somewhere in the middle there. I don't have that much. I had $50 worth, whatever's on my Binance account. Typically, I just put some of my Hive and Steam rewards into my Binance account and just kind of go from there a little bit. So it's just kind of like my meme fund. So I got a meme fund on Binance. And so I had some Doge, a little bit of Doge. I'm talking about maybe 300-400 coins, not that much. But, I sold them at 1.7 cents. I was like, all right, man. I bought them at less than a penny, a while ago. And then, boom, buddy. And then it went up to 7 cents. And it's like, oh. Look at this dumb motherfucker. You see this? That's a dumb motherfucker, right? So then, it went back and down. And there's a big dip. I managed to, hop on. At some point, I got back in at 4 cents, and then it's back up to 5.5. So I managed to make some bucks. I made some bucks, and I'm excited about the bucks that I made. And so let's go from there. Dogecoin, a digital currency, rather a digital coin, whatever that means. It's a coin, but it's digital. I don't know, crazy. Originally founded as a joke, has soared over 800% after a Reddit board talked about making it the cryptocurrency equivalent of GameStop. Let's get it. Dogecoin. Now we have to find out what's the AMC in crypto. I would like to recommend Hive. Now, that's just my personal recommendation. I do have a vested interest in Hive, but I would like to recommend Hive. Hive is usually sitting at a cool 15 cents, right? Maybe it's gone up to $1 before. Now, if Hive went up to $1, I'd have like a year's salary. So I'm just saying if anyone wants, a currency that's been to $1 before and could do it again. I'm just throwing that out there. Dogecoin was created in 2013 based on the popular Doge meme at the time, which involved a Shiba Inu dog. Doge's resurgence in the last few days has been due to enthusiasm from a Reddit group called Satoshi Street Bets. Elon Musk, by the way, just in case anyone watches this clip or whatever, if you like Elon Musk and you don't like hedge funds, you're a fucking idiot. And I want you to know that. Like, I'm just gonna, have to point that out. There's a lot of these dumb motherfuckers that are Elon Musk is beautiful. Oh my God, he's the smartest. Like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, how dumb. Like, I'm sorry, you're just the dumbest motherfucker on planet Earth. If you think hedge funds are bad, but Elon Musk is good, I've got news for you. Read a fucking book, jackass. But anyway, Elon Musk tweeted out a picture of a magazine cover of Doge, a play on the popular fashion title Vogue. The post showed a picture of a dog, which some Reddit users took as the billionaire supporting the rally. Interesting, so let's move on. As we can see, here is a literal dog coin. It's a coin with a dog on it. So for whatever reason, we're coming at you from China. I don't know why, but we are. Dogecoin, a digital coin, originally founded as a joke, has soared over 800% after a blah, blah, blah. I already said that. The price of Dogecoin stood at 0.070755 cents at around, or dollars, I should say, at around 12:01 p.m. Singapore, up over 800% from the 24 hours before, according to CoinGecko. It was not far off from its 24-hour high of $0.072330 earlier in the day. I already said that. While it has taken a back seat to larger cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ether, and fucking Ether. Like, imagine, I'm on CNBC. I'm going to say Ether so I look cool and hip. It's fucking Ethereum, bitch. Fucking, look at me. I'm so cool and hip. I call it Ether. No, you don't, you fucking moron. In recent years, its resurgence in the last few days has been down to the enthusiasm from a Reddit group called Satoshi Street Bets, like the group Wall Street Bets, which was behind the GameStop rally. Now, first of all, I just want to say Wall Street Bets was not behind the GameStop rally. It was individual investors that all decided to, make an organized plan of action. It's not, the group Wall Street. I'm not a part of Wall Street Bets, right? I'm not subscribed to Wall Street Bets. I got AMC. I got some GameStop. I'm not in that. So the idea that they're trying to attribute it just to that separate, I mean, again, media criticism is the name of the game here. Satoshi Street Bets is looking to pump up cryptocurrencies. Again, if anyone's listening, Hive, I'll tell you all about it later, but it's social media. It's like Reddit, except when you post on Hive, you get paid for it. So imagine, right, when you get on, you're talking about the memes on Reddit, and you're like, lol, Doge. Right now, imagine if you got those 30,000 upvotes, but imagine each upvote was worth, a tenth of a penny. Well, that's going to turn into some bucks, right? So I'm just letting you know. Hive, think about it. Just throwing that out there. I'm not a professional. Satoshi is the name of the mysterious founder or group of people who developed Bitcoin. I'm hoping at some point in my life that Satoshi does get identified just for the meme. I also hope that what would be interesting is if several people identified themselves as Satoshi. I would love that. At 12:03 p.m. Singapore time, Dogecoin had I thought that this reporting is from China and now it's telling us about Singapore time. Like what? Dogecoin had added about $7.17 billion to its market capitalization or total value in 24 hours, according to data from CoinMarketCap. Its total market cap stood at $8.2 billion, making it the 9th largest cryptocurrency. Ninth! Unbelievable. On Thursday, one poster claimed Doge is the crypto GME. GME is the stock ticker for GameStop. Another post suggested taking Doge to $1 a coin. The cryptocurrency has never been at $1. Yeah, it's never been at 7 cents either. In 2013, when it began, it was trading around $0.000232. As the price of Dogecoin rocketed, there have been some big dips in the price over the past few hours. Reddit users on the board are encouraging people not to sell and to keep pushing. Elon Musk, the Tesla founder, who, by the way, is a billionaire piece of shit who steps all over you, and if you like him, you're a dumbass motherfucker. Like, I've got a bridge to sell you. If you like Elon Musk, think about this. I've got a condominium in the Bahamas. It's going to be great. You know, it's going to be great. Just hit me up. And also, the condominium is right next to a bridge, and you're going to love it. I guarantee you're going to love that shit. So just send me a DM and we'll work it out. The Tesla founder, who previously tweeted about stocks before and sent them rising, has tweeted about Dogecoin in the past and indicated in April 2019 that it was his, quote, fav cryptocurrency. Oh my God. On Thursday, he tweeted out a picture of a magazine cover of Doge, a play on the popular fashion title Vogue. Many users on Twitter and Reddit took that to mean Musk was throwing his support behind the Doge rally. Now, I just want it to be understood, this is not the Doge. So I'm just throwing that out there. One Reddit user wrote, "Mr. Musk is with us, ... to the moon." It triggers me that it was only ... and not ... as proper grammatical, constraints would be, but that's, they're on Reddit, they're on Wall Street Bets, they like Elon Musk, so obviously, if you're gonna write something, and you're, like, again, if you're gonna write something, obviously you're gonna fuck it up, right?
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
Man, I mean, again, like, crypto nerds, like, Wall Street Bets nerds, like, they're all fucking stupid. I'm telling you. And I'm down to make money off of their dumbasses. Like, I'm just so, like, I'm down with Doge, I'm down with GameStop, but damn, these motherfuckers are dumb as bricks. Like, like, if you had, like, let me get you an example. I'm gonna look for an object here. Okay, you see this tissue box? This tissue box has a higher IQ than the average Elon Musk fan. Now you might be saying to yourself, the average Elon Musk fan, well, what about the smartest Elon Musk fan in the world? Well, I got news for you. This tissue is smarter than the smartest Elon Musk fan in the world. You want to know why? Because this tissue has value. You know what the value is? I can do this. That's the value, right? So, boom, there you go. That's more useful to society than an Elon Musk fanboy and then Elon Musk himself. So I'm just throwing that out there. Short sellers borrow shares to sell them, blah, 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 so courts. Okay, that's just giving you a basic roundup of the situation. This article is pretty cool. I love watching mainstream media write about things that they just have no idea. Like, they just can't comprehend. Oh, it's a Doge. Whoa. Like, I don't know, man. It's just fun to watch. Yeah, there you go. Hello, Rebecca Sol West. In the OA Season 2, I don't know what OA is. All that weed and you're still a miserable git. Who, me? What? What did I do? Oh, we're talking about Z50. Right, this guy's a dumbass. By the way, I'm just saying, just throwing this out there. I'm just chilling. Look at me. My arm is on the arm. Check this out. Whoa. Check this out. My arm is on the arm. You see that? My arm is on the arm. So, fuck. So, now that my arm is on the arm, this is, we're having a conversation. I can't do that. It's really uncomfortable because this, like, pokey thing is. If y'all had some Doge and y'all made some profits, feel free to send me some. Like, I'm just throwing that out there. Like, if you have a Binance or any sort of Doge wallet and you want to give me a tip, send me a tip. Like, DM me. I'll give you my Doge wallet address, and I'm just saying, like, hey, you made a lot of money. That's great. I didn't. So, you're watching my stream. You made money. Give me some money. I'm just throwing that out there. DM me on Discord or Twitter or whatever for my Doge wallet address. And I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just, I'm not saying anything. You know what it is?
Retweet. That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I don't take a position.
Whew. Hello, entertained. Hello, Tessa. Elon Musk paid to be called the founder of Tesla. He's just as much of a sham as Wall Street. Oh yeah, Elon Musk is a dumb motherfucker. Am I on Twitch? No. The mic bacteria is messing up with... I'm literally kind of distressed about the bacteria. Like, I'm just throwing that out there. Rockets as replacements for airplanes was something he wanted to do, which is a horrible idea from... Damn. Hopefully everyone's having a good day. I'm happy you're here. So I got a question. Let's get a vibe check up in this bitch. So I'm thinking about, first of all, I'm thinking about thinking. I do that often. Where, it's like kind of, second layer. I think maybe I can think about that or think about that. It's kind of like, So first of all, I'm thinking about thinking. And then once I've thought about thinking, and I think that I thought about thinking anyway, I come up with this idea. So I would like everyone in this chat room. So what I've decided is I'm going to go get a second cup of coffee. That's just what's happening. You got to deal with it. I'm going to be like 30 seconds, maybe even 45. I'm just going to go downstairs. I'm going to pour the coffee in the cup. I'm going to drink a little bit, maybe half the cup. I'm going to pour more coffee in the cup, and I'm going to come back upstairs. That's what's going to happen. That's going to be the next, 3 minutes of my life, maybe, right? Including, the part where I continue to, explain what I'm about to do. And in that interim period, there's going to be an interim period. Right? There's going to be an interim period. So in that interim period, I would like everyone in this chat room to just tell me, tell me how you're feeling this morning. I'm just so curious. How is everyone happy? Are you sad? Are you looking good? How's rent's due soon? Are you good on that? Is everyone happy? Give me the scoop, y'all. I want to know how your life is. So I will be back in a little bit. And by a little bit, again, I mean, I'm not going to be that long. I'm only going to be 60 fucking seconds, right? So I'm just saying, just throwing it out there. I will be back in I need more coffee. That's what I need. I'm just, that's just what I need. I'm just, I'm trying to I don't even know what I'm doing right now. But yeah, I'll be right back.
They had a very bad original concept. It was carried out poorly, and the cover-up was one of the worst in the history of cover-ups. Very simple. Bad deal, should have never been thought of. Somebody really messed up, and they had the worst cover-up ever. And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint, when they thought about it, because whoever thought of that idea, I think, is in big trouble. They had a very bad original concept. It was carried out poorly, and the cover-up was one of the worst in the history of cover-ups. Very simple. Bad deal, should have never been thought of. Somebody really messed up, and they had the worst cover-up ever.
Yo, is this
and where
thing
it should
on?
have stopped is at the deal standpoint when they thought about it, because whoever thought of that idea, I think, is in big trouble.
All right, what's up, everyone? All right, I'm gonna set this. I don't know why I did that with the camera, but I did. So give me a second. I ran up and down those stairs, so I'm a little exasperated. But I got my second cup of coffee, so. How's everyone doing? I'm gonna read the responses. What do we got? Whew. What kind of coffee? I don't fucking know. Rent's due feeling. You got a cat in a box. That's a good feeling. Feeling good. It's raining outside. So after the stream is over, I'm making some hot cocoa. You know what I want to do? I want to go outside in the rain, or even better, in the snow. I want to go outside in the snow, and I want to do a lot of stuff in the snow. So I don't know. I don't feel comfortable describing the rest of my thought process there. If anyone wants some, just come to my house. Whoa, Billiard. I'm not a huge fan of hot cocoa. I prefer coffee. I also don't like hot drinks. Like, I prefer coffee cold. I drink it cold brew because I'm cool. Like, okay, let me get this straight. If you're drinking hot coffee, oh, I'm gonna make coffee in the coffee pot. Are you dumb? Like, are you like literally 4 years old? Did you just learn about coffee? Like, get a cold brew maker. It's only like $20-$30. Shove that shit in the fridge and you're gonna love it. Trust me, you're gonna love it. Anxious. I got a lot of FOMO because I don't know how to stonks. It's all good. I FOMO'd a little bit. It happens. When I bought AMC, it was $18, and then, you know, they manipulated the market, and now it's like $13. What are you gonna do? But I think it's gonna go back up, but whatever. Mood? Apathetic. Interesting. Just got my estradiol prescription changed to patches, so I'm in a good mood. Should I worry about that? Is that like, give me some feedback here? Because I've been on, that shit for like 3 years now. I know that, like, you know, you're not technically supposed to do, it in pill form all the time. I don't know. Should I worry about that? Like, am I gonna die? I should probably look into that again. I'm bummed. I don't know how to invest properly in all this. Well, first of all, Zero Pain Elemental, you don't need to be bummed, because instead of investing in GameStop, you can invest in me, right? Like, imagine, let me point this out. And again, I'm going to be operating Operation Grift Part 2 very soon here. Now imagine, right, if I just had like infinite money, right? Hey, I'm a cool person. I'm neat. I'm interesting. Now imagine giving me infinite money and then seeing what I could do with it. Like, wouldn't that just be an interesting thought experiment? Like, you just give me whatever amount of money you so choose, and then I just do stuff with it. That would be cool as hell. And then, like, you can watch what I do. I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. I just spat all over my screen. Holy shit. Wow. I'm very stable today. That's good to hear. Can we shit talk about Andrea while she's away? Yes. We will keep the bacteria company. Oh my god. Fucking bacteria. The pandemic's unemployment assistance extensions for Michigan restart tomorrow. So I'll get some more room to breathe financially, so I'm doing decent. That paired with the VA is helping me find a job. That's awesome. That's amazing. I'm super happy to hear that, Unknown Stoyle. I don't know much about the VA. I don't know much about unemployment. I've never had a job. Actually, fun fact, I actually did have a job one time. And I worked on K Street in Washington, D.C. like a professional citizen. And I walked dogs for rich people. And I gotta like go find all of my photos from that time where I was working with them. I would go into these rich people's apartments and I'd take pictures of everything. It's a little bit of an invasive, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I shouldn't say it on stream, but it's been like 2 years, so it's like whatever. But I used to take pictures of all these rich people's apartments, and I remember one time, right? I was walking a dog, and I go into this apartment complex to get another dog, and there's a waterfall in the apartment. Like, I walk into the apartment complex, the first thing I see is a literal motherfucking waterfall. Like, it's like, these people, like, what? Could you imagine? Oh, I'm just gonna go home. And then you go home and there's a fucking waterfall inside. Like, what the fuck? Right? So I'm just throwing that out there. I hate rich people. Excited to, the fucking chat snapped again. Oh, fuck. God, I'm way behind. Excited to grow my mutual aid fund at the expense of hedge fund managers. It's the least I can do for actual wealth redistribution. As long as the redistribution is redistributed to me, I mean, hey, there you go. Zero, better not invest unless you just want to fuck a hedge fund's day. That's what I did. What are you gonna do? Drinking kofefe and doing work on computer and listening to Above It All. That's the way, like, that's like okay, our shout outs to all the alt tabbers out here. Shout outs to all the two screen motherfuckers. Like, I know I'm over there, like, you know, for me I'm right here, but for you I'm like over here, right? So hello everyone, I'm just saying I'm over here now too. How's it going? I am getting more kofefe and enjoying the jams. Sunder, question mark? The jams are gubble. The same game with the regular intro. I have kofefe, so I'm doing pretty good in this moment. Awesome. Not happy. Oh, that's not good. Health problems, mental health problems, problems to comprehend the world we are in now. Not my best days these days. I'm sorry to hear that, Joe Chen. If there's anything I can do to help you out, I hope I would be able to do it. And hopefully, you know, watching the streams every morning gives you, like, something to do, you know? Because I know when I've been really depressed, one of the things that I would do is just, like, watch podcasts or, like, watch fucking Naruto on loop over and over and over again, which is totally very stable, something a normal person would do. So, I mean, if there's anything I can do to help that, you know, is within my reasonable amounts of power, I accept any and all questions or comments. That was fast. I told you. I mean, I just ran downstairs and got more coffee. Ginny the Dragon, zipped emoji. Andrea is like unshit talkable. Either it rolls down her back or she uses word judo to throw you off balance. Yeah, no, it's pretty great. Feeling pretty good here. My favorite show in YouTube is On. Oh, what show is that? I'm good. No rent issues because I'm not in the USA. Just working this morning. Proper use of ellipse. I think it was a proper use. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to have a space in between the ellipses and the next word, though. So, I mean, you know, you're working on it, but that's all cool. Guys, didn't Elon co-founded PayPal, which Andrea loves? We need to call her. Oh, hi. Did Elon Musk? I don't think so. Either way, whatever. That was a quick 3 minute. I mean, again, I was just going downstairs. I guess I'm fine. That's good to hear. Blood level is still low after a year on HRT. I do tend to metabolize quickly. Anyway, hopefully this works better. There you go. Also, pandemic, not pandemics. I mean, that sounds like a fucking rap album. I would love to write a rap album. Like, just so you know, like, that's something I'm very interested in doing. I'm one of these people. You know, there's people that do all the crazy shit, and then there's people that watch other people do all the crazy shit. I'm one of those people that do all the crazy shit. I would love to write a rap album. I would love to learn how to play, like, the bass, for example. If I were to learn an instrument, I'd play the bass. And I'd love to, like, do my own bass lines for my own rap album. And so in other albums of other genres, like, I could do all kinds of shit. I'll do country. I'll do fucking electronic. I'll do electronic bass. There you go. I live off of a PayPal debit card. It's my money. Yo, same, actually. I don't even have a bank account right now. Okay. I've been thinking of switching off pills for the same reason. Not sure what the level's supposed to be at, but it seems low. Lol. I don't know. For me, pills work relatively fine. I don't like cold brew. Oh my god. I don't like cold brew, this motherfucker says.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
This motherfucker comes into my chat. This guy comes into my motherfucking chat and says, I don't like cold brew. Bitch, please. Got a huge amount of snow here last night. You know what's interesting? I live in North Carolina, but I'm staying in New Jersey up until tomorrow. I'm leaving tomorrow morning after the show is done. I'm considering starting the show at 9 a.m. instead of 10 a.m. to give us a little bit more time. I'll deal with that later. But while I was in New Jersey, right? New Jersey's in the Northeast. Where's the Nor'easters? What the fuck? So I'm staying in New Jersey for 2 weeks. It snowed a little bit. Nothing stuck on the ground for like 30 seconds. It like snowed a little bit. And then while I'm in new ass motherfucking Jersey, North Carolina, where I live, got 5 inches of snow while I'm not even there. It's already melted. So unbelievable. Got a huge amount of snow here last night. When you FOMO, lol, you don't need a cold brew maker. You can just use, I used to use mason jars. But I mean, I bought a cold brew maker for $20 and it's way easier. That's one of the reasons, like, I used to just use mason jars, but that requires, like, you know, some other bullshit. But, you know, I just got a fucking cold brew machine. That way I can use my mason jars for other activities. I will debate you live on stream about coffee. Don't do that now because I don't want to be embarrassed quite yet. I'm not prepared. Pour over for life. Interesting. Nut milk. God bless America. Just kidding. Pills have a certain type of absorption and can cause liver problems. Well, for me, when I take estradiol, I do it sublingually, which avoids the liver. Though I do also take spironolactone, which does go through the liver. What are you going to do? I'm looking forward to the weekend already. Should be fun watching you play something. I will be back home on Sunday, so Sunday Run Day is a go. AeroPress is 10 out of 10. AeroPress? Like, Jesus Christ. What is an AeroPress? Like, what is that, a Final Fantasy fucking magician? Zero Pain Elemental? I thought it was Zero Parasite Eve. I think we can all have our own opinions there. I think mostly everyone doing meme trades will get dumped on Epic style within a week, especially in crypto. Crypto is definitely, you're going to get dumped on Epic style, but I'm here for it. Like, give me your Doge, let me sell it and take your profits, and then we'll go. God, I'm so fucking buy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Buy silver US coins. Yeah, totally trickle down. Ask your endo to get your hormone levels checked. I haven't checked my hormone levels since I moved to North Carolina because the pandemic hit, so I haven't. In North Carolina, the closest clinic is 5 fucking hours away, so I can't get there until the pandemic's over and I can. It's a long story, but yeah. I haven't done that in like a year and a half. Hopefully I'm not going to die, right? Like, who knows? I could just die. How are you, Andrea? Your channel helps me feel less alone. I appreciate that. I'm feeling fucking great. Like, this is the best day of my life. And when I say that, I mean every single day of my life is a better day than the previous. That's my mentality. So yeah, sure. Am I like, just chilling here doing a fucking thing? Yeah, sure, whatever. But it's the best day of my life. And you should treat that, with yourself as well. It actually stands for 0 point energy, but whatever, lol. I'm not anal about monikers. Okay, well, it's actually 0 pain elemental. Thank you very much. I think I know more about PE than you do. Woo! Don't go chasing waterfalls. I know, I won't. I hate rich people. So if you ever get rich, you will hate yourself. I will never become rich because if I ever get access to money, I will give it to other people. Therefore, I will never hoard enough money to become rich because I'm not a selfish asshole like you are, said 50. Not applicable, heart emoji, multiple monitor, lifestyle, hell yes. Everyone working on blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of amazing messages here, but I gotta get on with the show. I'm so sorry. I just want to let everyone know I love you all. And I'm not trying to be rude. If you wanted to say something and you really wanted me to read it, post it again, and I'll try to get to it. But just so you know, again, I really do appreciate you just being here. But I'm at the point where it's really hard to keep up and then also do like a proper show. Like, you might notice other podcasters, right? They don't read the chat. What do? Oh, they look at their phone and they go like, "Oh, super chats." That's what they do. That's what these motherfuckers do. They go like, "Oh, where are those super chats? Let me, just going on super chats." Who the fuck is this? Someone sent me a text message. I don't even know. Oh, Tony Hawk sent me a text message. Oh, shit. Damn. Tony Hawk is texting me. What's up, Tony? 1 minute ago. God damn. All right. So I've got some more news here, and let's get right in it. So, this asshole, also known as the current press secretary for President Joe Biden, decided to be a bad word. Janet Yellen accepted $810,000 in speaking fees from Citadel, owner of Robinhood. Reporter, are there any plans to rescue herself from advising the president on GameStop, or recuse herself from advising the president on GameStop and Robinhood situation? Psaki says no, and she's an expert and deserves that money. So, again, there's a lot of people out there that might follow me that are more liberal. I don't like Joe Biden. If you like Joe Biden, I'm happy for you. I hope that goes well. It's not going well for anyone else. So I don't like Joe Biden. I don't like this person. I don't like anyone in the cabinet. I especially don't like the Secretary of Transportation, right? I don't like these people, okay? They're garbage. They're not only just garbage, they're evil. They're disgusting. They're evil too. I can't think of another word. So I want you to understand, all of these people are corrupt. They hate you. They hate poor people. These are the kinds of people that when they walk from their DC apartment to the White House, they'll look at the homeless people on the sidewalk and go, ugh. That's what these kinds of people are. I want you to know that. These are evil. Now, they're not as evil as Republicans. Republicans are like fucking... There's a lot going on with Republicans. So I just want to be honest with that. Democrats are disgusting. They're garbage for the most part. I'm talking about like the corporate Democrats, the Biden wing of the Democratic Party. They're all shit-stained McBrains motherfuckers. So I want you to look at this, right? Conflict of interest? When it comes to billion-dollar hedge funds? Bro, what?
And I had to follow up on the markets and everything that's happening with GameStop. You did mention, I believe, yesterday that the Treasury Secretary is monitoring the situation and she's kind of on top of it. There have been some kind of concerns about her previous engagements with Citadel and speaking fees that she has received from Citadel. Are there any plans to have her recuse herself from advising the president on GameStop and the whole Robinhood situation?
Well, just to be clear, what I said was that we have the Treasury Secretary is now confirmed. Obviously, we have a broad economic team. The SEC put out a statement yesterday that...
We have a broad economic team? Is that a sexist slur to refer to the first female Treasury Secretary? A broad economic team? Unbelievable. Press secretary canceled.
Secretary is now confirmed. Obviously, we have a broad economic team. The SEC put out a statement yesterday that I referred to, but I don't think I have anything more for you on it, other than to say, separate from the GameStop issue, the Secretary of Treasury is one of the world-renowned experts on markets, on the economy. It shouldn't be a surprise to anyone she was paid to give her perspective and advice before she came into office.
I'm just gonna, play a sound drop or two. What do we got?
Dumb people, liberal people, dumb people, liberal people, dumb people, liberal people.
Seriously, she deserved. That's the same argument Hillary Clinton made like 5 years ago. Remember that? I'm Hillary Clinton. I took Wall Street money to speak, and it was beautiful. I was just giving them my opinion. I know I took millions of dollars and paid speeches, but I was just giving my opinion. Money is speech. So they pay me to get. Oh, money is. Oh, it's just my opinion. Oh. Do I need to provide any more commentary? Is there anything else that I need to say? I don't know. Fucking dumb bitch. Like, the Biden administration is not as corrupt as the Trump administration, but so far, they're not doing a good job. Let me just tell you. When it comes to, again, the first thing that the Joe Biden administration done that regular people know about is reneging and lying about the $2,000 checks. So, right out the gate, right even before he assumed office, he lied about $2,000 checks and reduced it to 14. All right. So that's big lie number one. And then number two, it's like, oh, yes. Oh, she was just paid to give her opinion. Oh, like, can I give my opinion for $800,000? Does anyone want to pay me $800,000 for my opinion? Does anyone want to pay me $8 for my opinion? Where's my $8? Where's my $10? Come on, I just want to give my opinions, man. So dumb, so dumb. LMAO, that was great commentary. You're amazing. I try my best. Thank you. I mean, she is fucking hot, but not less of a bullshitter than any of the Trump press secretary. She's hot. Hey, I'm not here to rate people's appearances, but when you got two options on screen, right? And then, or, wherever. Well, actually, they're not even. If you got two options on screen, right? Come on, right? Come on. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. If only speech was money. I know, right? I can no longer in good faith trust any element of any government of any nation that is part of the global hegemony of capital. Damn, bitch. I agree. Democrats versus Republicans is like cowards versus Nazis. Sorry if you disagree. I don't, so we're good. Her hair color is so realistic. Well, it might be. A lot of the stuff you're saying is stuff I've seen people saying on Twitter, but hearing someone say it out loud just feels very satisfying. Hey, thanks, Krista. I appreciate that. Obviously, I'm a very eloquent speaker. I speak eloquently, and with grace. There you go. There you go. Hot. She is faker than spray cheese on Fun Yums. Sure. Based Biden voters sending the U.S. into a new era of wars after. Is this like a force to vote, dumbass? Like, what's going on here? Like, okay, let me be more clear. I don't like to say that, like, if you voted for Joe Biden that you're responsible for a new era of war. I'm sorry, you're a dumb shit. Like, I'm sorry. And I'm just saying that argument, not you as a person, is just a bad argument. If you want to say Joe Biden is bad, there's a lot of ways to do that without attacking people that voted for Joe Biden when the other option was Donald Trump. I'm just saying, like, if you're going to try to make that point, you can do so without alienating, like, 100% of the people you're talking to. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. Why is Bob getting retracted? I'm not sure. Hello, Simon says. She's just as vapid as Kayleigh McEnany. I don't think so. But like similar. But again, like one of Biden's first declarations that he was gonna try to end the U.S. involvement in the war in Yemen, which that's an improvement over Trump. Is it the best possible situation? No, but it's an improvement over Trump. So I'm just throwing that out there. If the options are Trump round 2 versus Biden, I'm sorry, I'd take Biden every single time. That's just me though. You can't leave any bad grammar. Ugh, there you go. Of course, bad grammar, more like, I don't know, whatever. Looks like Doge is going down, everyone. Buy that dip. All right, so yesterday on Twitter was extremely epic. I'm getting my shit together. Hey, Andrea, just a little suggestion. We need a supercut of you saying motherfucker. Would love it. So, okay, I'm just throwing that out there. If you want to create any sort of compilations of my content, feel free. If you want to send them to me so I can upload them on my channel, sure. I cannot guarantee you that I will pay you for that, if this is a free labor thing. Now, if there's a future scenario where I'm making a lot more money, I would be glad to pay people for doing that kind of stuff. But as of right now, I'm not quite there yet. Give me a couple more months maybe, and I can start paying people for that kind of stuff. I'd love to, but I'm not there yet. But if you want to make like cringe comps of my content of, you know, any sort, like whether or not it's a supercut of me saying motherfucker, that's fine. And if you want to send me the video so I can upload it on my channel so everyone else can see it, that's also fine. But I can't guarantee you at this moment I will pay you for that. But maybe down the road, I would be open to paying you for that. So I'm just throwing that out there. But you forget that, and you never mention it like it's nothing. You only care about stimulus checks. Bodan, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, his first actions were they resumed the membership in the WHO. I'm talking about what regular people care about. Yeah, Bodan, I understand you're like from Europe, right? So like the stimulus checks don't mean anything to you. Right, but you have to understand, in America, there are people who can't pay rent. There are people that are starving. And again, yes, is rejoining the WHO important? Absolutely. Is rejoining the Paris Climate Accord important? Absolutely. I'm not saying that they're not important. But most people don't give a shit. Now, I give a shit, you give a shit, and that's great, and we should give a shit. But most people don't. Like, if I were to go downstairs and ask my family about, how do you feel about the Paris Climate Accord? They would all look at me and go, what? Because they don't know what that means. If I were to go on the street or in a grocery store and ask random people, how do you feel about the Paris Climate Accord? They would go, what? Because they don't know what that means. So I'm just saying, like, you got to understand that stuff. Yes, we pay attention to the news. We are the extreme minority. Stop the BS about Trump and war. No, he hasn't started any. What is that? This is Hector. Come on. Hector, buddy. What are you doing? What is that? He hasn't started any new wars? What does that mean? What? Like, I'm sorry, but that is dumb. When you say the barometer of a president is, quote, starting new war, you are, like, I'm sorry, that's something a dumb motherfucker would say. Now, I'm not saying you're a dumb motherfucker, but if you were to say that and you truly believe it and you keep saying it after this intervention, if the shoe fits, you don't judge a presidency based on what wars they started. It's a made-up metric. That's a made-up metric. I judge a presidency based on the amount of people that they kill and the way that they kill them. All right? So, like, okay, so if Barack Obama's killing 10,000 people in a country a day, let's just say, or a week or a month or what, I don't know what the rates are, right? And Trump starts killing 15,000 people in that same country, so accelerating the rate, but he didn't go to a different country and start killing people. How is that better? Like, what? I'm sorry, it's just dumb shit. That's dumb shit. Now, I'm not saying that Biden is good, because he's not. Like, he's not good. But I mean, Obama's garbage, Biden's garbage, Trump is garbage. Like, the idea that saying Trump didn't start new wars, therefore he's a uniquely special... No, dude. Sorry, like, that's just dumb. That's just something a dumb person would say. I'm saying Trump was a warmonger. Yeah. Maybe I misread that. I don't know. It happens. I'm sorry if I offended you. I'm trying to find the original message again. Ah, fuck. See, you put a period in there. You put a period in there where it should have been a comma. That's the problem, Hector. See, this all goes back to grammar. You put a period, should have been a comma. I read it as a period. Should have been a comma. I misinterpreted. My bad. My bad. It's all good, Hector. My argument applies to the ethereal dumb like Z50. Z50, you know my argument applies to that motherfucker. So I'm sorry, a misunderstanding. But in my defense, improper punctuation. That's my defense, and I'm sticking to it, motherfucker. Hopefully, you're not offended by that, but you know, we all make mistakes. It's all good. It's all good, buddy. It's all good. All right. Speaking of things that are all good, let's get into Twitter drama. All right. So, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez decided to post a tweet because that's just something that exists in the world. Like, think about that. Isn't that amazing? There's Twitter. It's a website. Anyone can post anything at any time. Some people that post things on Twitter are, you know, congressional representatives, and that's just interesting, right? The idea that we can all exchange information at, you know, like, that's just crazy. So Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez responds to the Robinhood fiasco from yesterday, where they stopped the ability for users to buy certain stocks and only allowed them to sell, which is objectively illegal and objectively manipulating the markets. That is not something you're allowed to do. It is illegal, and I hope all those motherfuckers go to jail. So AOC decides to tweet, "This is unacceptable. We now need to know more about Robinhood app's decision to block retail investors from purchasing stock while hedge funds are freely able to trade the stock as they see fit. As a member of the Financial Services Committee, I'd support a hearing if necessary." So I just want to say, if there are hearings on Robinhood, I will be streaming those hearings. So just keep me posted. I know AOC streamed last night. I'll probably try to sift through that tomorrow. But if anyone has any info on when these hearings would start, if they do start, I will stream them in their entirety each and every day that they occur. So this happens, and then Ted Cruz is like, "I fully agree. I'm Ted Cruz, and I approve this message." And then AOC is like, "Whoa, Ted Cruz, buddy." And AOC says, "I am happy to work with Republicans on this issue where there's common ground, but you almost had me murdered 3 weeks ago, so you can sit this one out. Happy to work with almost any other GOP that aren't trying to get me killed. In the meantime, if you want to help, you can resign." Yo, this is like some queen shit. This is literally some queen shit, let me tell you. Like, the whole concept of the United States is that it's one news cycle to another. Not even a month ago, there were cops beaten to death. Now, again, I don't like cops, but the Trumpers do. There were cops beaten to death on the steps of the Capitol building, right? The halls of liberty in American democracy, whatever that's, and Ted Cruz is personally responsible for that occurring. He participated in the big lie for several months that Donald Trump was the rightful winner of the election, which led to cops being beaten to death. Blue lives matter, except when they're defending lawmakers, I guess. Right? And so he's just trying to pretend that didn't happen. He's trying to run out the clock. He's trying to make sure people forget about that. And again, AOC saying, nope, sorry, you can't reset the narrative. I know there's a new major story that's occupying all the airwaves, but nope, buddy, this isn't your redemption tour. Fuck off, go to hell, and get the fuck out. That's what she's saying. So it's amazing. And of course, Ted Cruz should not resign. He should be expelled. There's a difference. Yeah, should he resign? And no, he's not going to resign, asshole. Asshole being the ethereal asshole, not AOC. 14th Amendment, Section 3. Expel the motherfuckers of Congress, members of Congress, motherfuckers of MOC. Expel the motherfuckers of Congress that decided to participate in the big lie that the election was stolen. All of them. Destroy the Republican Party, declare them as a terrorist organization, and then let's actually start working for the American people. But again, it's great. So Ted Cruz responds after that, not on Twitter, I guess, and says, there was a lot of partisan anger and rage on the Democratic side. Yeah, I know that Republicans just, stormed the Capitol and killed cops. Republicans stormed the Capitol, killed police officers, and wanted to murder the Vice President of the United States. But I understand there's a lot of rage on the Democratic side. It's not healthy for our country. It's certainly not conducive to healing or unity. Imagine you're watching me where there's 3 people in a room. It's me, you, and your grandma. Now imagine I pull out a gun and I shoot your grandma in the fucking head and she's dead. And then you look at me and you go like, whoa, what the fuck? Why did you do that? And then I look at you, I put the gun down and I say, oh, unity! Oh, unity! Oh, we need to heal! I want to heal! I want to feel! Right, like that, like what, you would look at me like I'm a crazy person, because you want to know why? I would be a crazy person in that context, right? There is no, unity without accountability is nothing. It doesn't mean anything. Like, what? So AOC said, oh, there's anger? Now, why would there be anger that Cruz amplified known lies about our election that fueled an insurrection that cost people's lives? What does he think the logical response to his lies should be? A hug? Maybe there's anger because his actions deserve accountability. So again, AOC is not going to let the narrative be reset. And that's brilliant. You know that almost every other Democrat, besides maybe some other members of the squad, would have just let them reset the narrative. AOC, nope. She's saying, Ted Cruz, get the fuck out. You're an asshole, bitch-faced, motherfucking cocksucker. And I don't want to deal with your fucking asshole, fucking bitch ass, right? She doesn't need to. She doesn't have to. And fuck Ted Cruz. So shout out to AOC for being pretty cool. And I wanted to highlight that because, again, it's important. We cannot forget. The whole thing about never forget? Well, a lot of people have forgotten, and that's led to a lot of problems. So, just throwing that out there. That was a retweet. That was an opinion of somebody. I know so few things about America. You don't wish you lived here. Robinhood app is the app that decided to shut down trading for a lot of people. Lou Sasul said, cops' lives matter now. Ironic? Wait, hold the phone? Hold the phone? Whoa, speaking of which, did Tony respond to my text message? He didn't respond to my text message. Fuck. Okay, so wait a second. So I said that cops were killed on the steps of the Capitol by the people that like cops. And I explicitly stated that I do not like cops and I do not care. And this dumb motherfucker, right? We're talking about like
only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
So this dumb shit-brained asshole here's like, again, I'm just trying to understand this, like how a human being, because I'm a human being. That's the thing. Like I often like look at dogs like just live and just think, wow, what is it like to be a dog? I wonder, right? But I know what it's like to be a human being. So imagine thinking that I somehow am a hypocrite because I pointed out that Blue Lives Matter supporters killed a cop. That makes me a hypocrite? Not, you know, the Blue Lives Matter crowd that's okay with killing cops all of a sudden. They're not the hypocrites. They're great. They're wonderful. They're righteous. They're Americans. They're beautiful, right? But me, the one that points out that irony, that makes... What? What? Wow.
So stupid. So stupid. Thank you. Thank you.
Man, again, humans will never cease to amaze me with their dumbassery. It's really incredible. Like, it's incredible how stupid they are. Oh my god, they just did it again. Okay. Cops, okay, now cops' lives matter. I see, before it was... Okay, okay. Hold the phone, hold the phone, hold the phone. Hold the phone, hold the phone, buddy. Alright, you ready? Okay. Wait for it. Alright, so this dumb motherfucker. Let's read in order. Oh! Cops' lives matter now! Ironic! ACAB, my comrade, unless it doesn't fit my narrative. Reminder, I literally said I don't like cops. Oh, now cops' lives matter, I see. Before, it was Black Lives Matter only. They keep going. But now, the narrative shifts. Like, what? Like, what a dumb motherfucker, dude. Like, seriously. Like, what a dumb motherfucker this guy is. Like, and I love it. I love that I can just sit here, right? I sit here and just say things, and then you've got, like these are clowns. Like, these are carnival barkers. These are entertainers. Like, you know, like, if I were like, oh, I'm king in the castle, right? If I were like that, right, and I would want a jester in my fucking, like, throne room, I would hire someone like Lou Sessoul. Like, they're a clown. This person is dumb as fuck. Imagine thinking the Antifa Trump... This guy just said the Antifa Trump crowd.
But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order. We don't want anybody hurt. It's a very tough period of time. There's never been a time like this where such a thing happened.
I literally cannot envision, like, but I'm trying to, like, how a human being is capable of being just that dumb. Like, again, this is like, this is a life mission for me, is to understand exactly what happened to these people in their past, because it's always like, you know, traumatic childhoods, or, you know, something that it goes back to. Like, maybe their dad beat the shit out of them and that makes them want to beat the shit out of... I don't know. But there's, like, something broken in their brain where it's like they just don't... Like, they know the English language, but they don't speak the English language. You know what I mean? Like, this is, like, what I'm talking about with the alternative worlds. And it's not just, like, we all share the English language and then we all just view, like, the worlds differently. But these people have different definitions of words. Like, freedom to them is not being able to go into a hospital when you're sick and get health care. That's not freedom. That's evil fucking tyranny or whatever. Freedom is when you sit on a bus stop and die because you have no health insurance. That's freedom. In these people's minds, that's freedom. That's not, what? Now, if you look up the definition of freedom, you would never see anything even remotely similar to that situation, but that's what they think. Like, not only are they operating in different realities and universes, but like basic like language is different for them. Like words are different for them. Like when they hear Black Lives Matter, to them, it doesn't mean Black Lives Matter. To them, it means everyone hates white people or something. Like I really wish I could understand. Like, I really wish I could understand. And the problem with these motherfuckers, right, is like you can't have a real conversation with them. Like, this guy isn't going to come on my live stream and like have like a heart-to-heart therapeutic conversation with me about like why they believe the things that they believe, because they want to kill me. They think I'm an evil tranny scumbag or something, and they don't respect me as a human for whatever bizarre reason. So, like, we can never have that conversation. And that's what's so weird for me, is, like, I will never be able to have this conversation with these people because they refuse to do so. And it's just, it's bizarre to me. Ian Kinzel, $2. What's it like being a human being? It's great, let me just tell you. JL, $5. The right always resort to misinformation and blunt lies to attack their opponents, or else they have nothing else to go on. I know, it's ridiculous. Like, they're just dumb as shit. And okay, what did this person just say? I'm sorry. I understand it's not okay to be white. Bitch, I have breaking news. Look at that. You see that? Whoa. Is that white skin? I'm white, asshole. What? Like, how? Like, and that's the thing. Now, Lou could totally be like a fucking troll, and they could totally just be doing, like, again, like they're a jester. Like, they're juggling. Well, I'm like, oh, I'm king in the castle. And they're juggling, right? That's what they are. So they could just be making it all up to trigger me, and a good hats off to you if that's the case. But the problem is that we're in a society where, again, there's 70 million people-ish that unironically believe those things. So whether or not this person is just joking, they represent an ideology that millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people actually believe. They actually believe that when someone says Black Lives Matter, that translates in their brain to everyone should hate white people. They actually think that. Like, it's not a joke. I know it sounds like a joke, right? The idea, oh, hey, maybe black people shouldn't get shot in the street for just walking, right? To them, like, somehow, like, and again, this goes back into, like, some childhood trauma. Like, these people, like, somehow, like, if they're not the center of attention at all times, they think that immediately translates into everyone hates them. Which is just like again, I really cannot fathom just being that dumb. And like, again, like these people, like when you go to a grocery store, right? Chances are about 25% of the people you interact with are this stupid. Like when you're like in the fucking like chip aisle, especially the chip aisle, let's be real, or the soda aisle, chances are 25% of the people you see are dumb as fuck. Like they're like this guy. They're like this guy, where they think, oh, black people deserve to live. Oh, did you just say that white people should be executed? Oh, Dad. Like, no, we didn't say that. Black Lives Matter. Oh, but I'm white. What does that? But they actually think that. They actually fucking think. They're just dumb as a motherfucking sack of cum. Dude, like, and not in the good way. Like, which I don't know, I could to envision a bad way. I don't know. But, like, again, these people are just wow. Like, I'm struggling to understand how that could happen. Like, how, like, what has to go wrong? And this is why, like, this is why our society is so fucked up. Because this is the child of a child of a child of a child of someone who, like, believes that the Confederacy was a lost cause, right? This is, like, what happens when you have no education in schools. This is what happens when you have parents teaching kids to be awful. Somehow the idea that black people deserve to have equal rights to everyone else, somehow to them that translates to them having less rights than black. Like, what? So to say that black people should be equal to white people in these people's minds, that's like black supremacy. Like, what? Like, are there people out there that are black supremacists? Sure. Absolutely. There's all kinds of people that believe all kinds of things, right? But to say that the phrase Black Lives Matter, to say that that would translate to white people are bad is just... like, this, a life mission of mine is to understand not just how people think that, but why they think that, and to prevent people in the future from thinking that way. And it's all about how they were raised. It really is. Like, you have to be raised in a certain way and have a certain level of comfort and have, like, you know, a certain level of, you know, terrible upbringing. Maybe some, you know, your dad, like, fucking whipped you with a belt or something, right? You have to be in that awful scenario. Like, and I'm not trying to say that that excuses their actions, because it doesn't. These, like, the things that this guy is saying are disgusting. Like, they're evil. This guy is evil. Rotten to the core, right? And it's just like, how does that happen? How do we get to a point where humans can hate other humans based on, like, shit like skin? It's bizarre. It's bizarre. And the idea, again, that, oh, black people deserve equal rights? Well, somehow equal rights means I'm going to be unequal. It's incredible. I'm sorry for being like this. I get really philosophical with this stuff. And I'm sorry about that, but damn. What a fucking idiot, dude. Holy shit. So I've got one more story that I was going to do today, and I think this is a good segue. Because this guy, this is the Blue Lives Matter crowd in the chat. We got a Blue Lives Matter asshole in the chat. So I'm going to read a cop story. It's because they view everything as a zero-sum game. I think so, yeah. It's just crazy. And then again, this guy's like, oh, I know that I said that black lives don't matter, but why do you hate? Oh, that's like Ted Cruz. Why do you hate? I know that I advocated to kill you, but why do you hate? Why? I know that I'm the one that says that black people don't deserve to be equal to white people, but why do you hate? You're just so hateful. Why do you hate? Like, bitch, I don't hate you. I just think you're saying dumb shit. It's that simple. We can all say dumb shit. If you pop into my chat room tomorrow and say, like, wow, I really thought about that stream yesterday and rewatched it, and, you know, I looked up a couple things, and, you know, I'm sorry for what I said. That's great. I don't hate you. Right? I don't hate you. If you come into my show tomorrow and like, would apologize for the dumb shit that you're saying, that's great. I welcome that. You should. And I have no problem with that, and we can be allies going forward, and we can be friends even. Right? But this guy's like, oh, why do you hate? Oh, why? Just because you don't want to be killed by police? Why do you hate? Oh, you hate? Why? Oh, I'm not a liberal. Look, again, this guy doesn't know what words mean. This guy says, your liberalism is a symptom of your inherent... I'm not a liberal, dude. Like, so... like, but again, this guy doesn't know what words mean. Again. Like, it's just... They just don't know. They just don't know basic words. Like, again, these people have never Googled the definition of liberal. They've never Googled the definition of communist. They've never Googled the definition of Marxist. They've never Googled the definition of anarchist. They've never, like, Googled, like, you know, fucking police statistics on, like, you know, race and stuff. They've never Googled police statistics on people with mental health and stuff. And I'm going to get into a story here in a second with that. They just don't know. They live in a different world, and it's incredible. It's just incredible. Like this, like literally, this is incredible. Like, you have to understand, this is a human being. This isn't like a fucking hippo. This isn't like an alligator that wandered into the chat room and can, like, you know, figure out how to type on a keyboard. This isn't a fucking, like, you know, a seal that somehow managed to, like, you know, this is a human being. This is your fellow human. Right? This person looks like you. They speak like you in a way, you know, close enough. On the grand scale, right? They look like you. They speak like you. They act like you. They behave like you. They drink water, I hope. They eat food, right? They go to sleep and then they wake up every day. And somehow in their brain, like, something is just like, right? And they hate black people for whatever reason, and they think that black lives don't matter, and they just, like, it's just bizarre. It's bizarre. And they think that cops are, like, you know, gods or whatever. It's just bizarre. It's bizarre. But, like, they're like, it goes like, this is like an authoritarian personality. This guy gets off on the idea that, oh, my grandpappy's grandpappy was a slave owner. I wish. That's like, you know, that scene in Borat, the first one, where Borat goes into the RV and, like, the frat dude bros are like, I wish we could own slaves. That's this guy. That's this guy. Like, this guy is doing what he can in 2021 to be a slave owner in linguistical terms, right? Saying Black Lives Matter is bad is an equivalent to saying black people are bad or black people are lesser than. That's what this guy is saying. But he knows he can't go out there and just say black people are evil. He can't do that. So he hides it. He puts it into a little bit of a different phraseology. Oh, no. It's not black people that are evil. It's just Black Lives Matter. What? Well, what's bad about Black Lives Matter? Well, Black lives don't matter. Well, they don't matter. Well, rioters and looters, rioters, and then they just, like, deflect to another thing. And most people that they talk to are not smart enough to figure that out. And that's another thing. And that's where I come in. I want people who watch me to kind of understand more about where these people are coming from and be able to understand, like, why they say certain things and be able to combat them efficiently. That's what I want to instill in everyone else. Like, as far as I'm concerned, right? This is like when a stray cat wanders on your porch. Like, say you're sitting on the porch, you know, it's like April, it's, you know, we got a good breeze going on, right? And you're sitting on your porch on your rocking chair and a stray cat comes up, right? You should know how to deal with that stray cat. Like, okay, is the cat, like, you know, is there an owner? Or, like, you don't know. Like, let's say, like, is there an owner? Should I try to find an owner? Should I try to bring this cat in? Are they okay? Do they have a disease? Like, you should know how to deal with that. And that's what I want to, that's the goal of this show, is to teach people to properly understand how to deal with people like this. Because this is similar to, like, a stray cat wandering on your porch. Like, this is something that you need to be equipped to deal with, you know? Crazy. It's crazy. Like, again, it's crazy. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna get into this cop story because this is truly disgusting, and this is probably gonna be the last story I cover for today, and then I'll read the chat room and shit. So this is a case that. This apparently happened, I think, 6 years ago. But it's in the news again. A police officer said, "I don't have time for this," before shooting an 18-year-old with a mental illness dead in his home, his mother says. Now, one thing that I want to say when it comes to police brutality is people with disabilities of any kind, whether they be physical or mental, they are treated not as second-class citizens, not as third-class citizens, but somewhere in the realm of like ninth-class citizens. Cops especially. I covered a story last year of someone by the name, I believe, of Tony Timpa, who was murdered by police, given improper drugs, and then murdered by police. And while this man was dying, the police officers were making fun of him and calling him, slurs, just mocking him, saying that, chocolate milk, you want some, pretending like he's a child as they killed this man, right? And there's so many cases. I covered this story a couple months ago in Utah, where there was a 14-year-old autistic child that was shot 4 times in the chest by cops just for existing, just for being alive. Right? This is a huge problem. This is a huge fucking problem. And when I say all cops are bastards, this is what I mean. So let's read. This is from Yahoo. So Mary Wilsey had been confined to her home on the North Carolina coast for about a week. That's where I live. Spending almost every moment monitoring her 18-year-old son, who was suicidal. Think about that, right? You're a mother. And you have a kid who's been alive for 18 years. And I'm sure that those 18 years were difficult, right? But that's still your kid. And you're trying to, again, you have a child who's suicidal. That is just awful to hear. Other than leaving the room to use the bathroom, she stayed by her son's side. You can't ask for more than that. Her son, Keith Vidal, had been diagnosed with schizophrenia and was in a mental health crisis. She tried to have him hospitalized on December 27th, 2014, but a nurse turned him away after telling her that he wasn't having thoughts about harming himself or others. Wilsey knew he was lying. She found a suicide note. Just over a week later, with no change in his behavior, the family turned to the police to ensure Vidal would get treatment. Instead, an officer shot Vidal dead in his home. I want you to understand this, right? There's so much in our society, when it comes to cartoons, when it comes to television, so much of our society and culture is based around, when you need help, call the cops. That's, what our society says. When you watch cartoons when you're 5 or 6, the cops come in and then, they save the day or whatever. And there's a lot of people that watch cop shows all day. And it's oh yeah, they're solving crimes, detectives. That's all propaganda. I like to call it copaganda. Right? But we are inundated with the idea that cops are your friends. So imagine, right? You have an 18-year-old child who is suicidal and you're just trying to help them. You don't know what to do. There's no book that you can read that tells you how to help your child. There's no instruction manual that comes with the kid. Right? You think to yourself, how can I do this? I need help. And you call, you try to get them hospitalized. The hospital says no. You're at your wit's end. What do I do? So you call the police and the police kill your child. This mother, right, for the rest of her life is going to have to know that her kid could be alive but for a cop saying, I don't have time for this. A cop was in a rush to get their Big Mac after their shift, and that resulted in this child being dead for the rest of this mother's life. Or just, it's just unbelievable. We were more concerned that Keith was going to hurt himself. We were never concerned for our safety because he was never a threat to anybody but himself. On the morning of January 5th, 2014, Wilsey had just returned from a grocery store run. She said her son didn't recognize her. Wilsey's husband, Vidal's stepfather, called 911. Can you imagine that scenario? Right? Could you imagine that scenario? Where you've got a child in a mental health crisis, and you go out to get food for your family, soup for your family, no less, and you come home and they don't know who you are. Your own child doesn't know who you are. And so you think to yourself, what do? I know, I'll call the cops, because I've been told my whole life, I've been told the cops are the good guys. It's been drilled into my brain that cops are the good guys. I don't know what to do. I'll call the cops. And then the cops kill your child. We explained to 911 dispatch that we have a child who has schizophrenia and they would want to do an involuntary commitment, Wilsey said. So again, they are upfront about this. They told the dispatcher what the exact problem was and what they needed help with. But the cops that were dispatched don't care. They don't give a shit. 2 officers responded. One had been to the home a few days earlier to try to take Vidal to the hospital for a medication adjustment and was familiar with the situation. So one of the people there already knew that family. And they, on the way there, didn't tell their partner, hey, by the way, this kid's, not all there, or, we gotta be, calm and cool, and, but they didn't. And maybe they did, but their partner didn't care. Officer John Thomas from the small Boiling Spring Lakes Police Department and Samantha Lewis Chavez, a deputy with the Brunswick County Sheriff's Office, were patient with Vidal, who was holding a small screwdriver, Wilsey told Insider. They attempted to de-escalate the situation by asking him if they could take him to the hospital to adjust his medication, his mother said. They also asked him how he was feeling and tried to talk with him. Vidal, who was experiencing severe paranoia, was standing in the hallway demanding that the officers leave the house. After about 5 minutes, another officer, Detective Brian Vassy of the nearby Southport Police Department, came through the front door wearing plain clothes. Again, the idea that officers cannot wear uniforms and demand to be treated like officers. I'm sorry. If you don't have a uniform on, you're not an officer. You're a piece of shit. He didn't identify himself, Wilsey said. So for all this kid knows is that there are people in his house that he thinks might try to hurt him. And then some stranger who's not even wearing a police uniform comes in. Again, it's just unbelievable. I didn't even know who he was. I didn't know he was a cop, Wilsey told Insider. He took approximately 8 steps to reach Samantha Chavez and said, I don't have time for this shit. Louis Chavez later testified in court that Vassy said something along those lines. Vidal ran into the bathroom. When he came out, Louis Chavez used her stun gun at Vassy's request. And Vidal fell to the ground, according to Wilsey and Louis Chavez's testimony. Thomas climbed on top of him to take him into custody. Louis Chavez was also trying to get the situation under control. So you have Keith on the floor, 2 cops on top of him, another cop to my left, and me and my husband are all in the hallway, Wilsey recalled. My husband takes the screwdriver out of his hands. And out of the corner of my eye, I see Brian Vassy take his gun out and do a kill shot. Imagine that. Your child, already this is a traumatic experience. Your child got stun gunned, right? The screwdriver, the only danger that they had to other people, is no longer a danger. And then the cop just decides, fuck it. I'll kill him anyway. The situation's under control. Everything is good to go. But a cop was like, fuck it. I'll kill him anyway. An 18-year-old kid. Fuck it. I don't have time for this shit. Bomb bomb. It's unbelievable. Vassy fired 14 seconds after Louis Chavez stunned Vidal. Louis Chavez testified in 2016. According to the Port City Daily, Vidal had been struck in the armpit. The bullet pierced both of his lungs and he died soon after, according to his mother and officials. My son is laying on the floor in the hallway, bleeding, dead. I watched his eyes roll back in his head, Wilsey told Insider. I watched my son die. Luis Chavez said the bang was deafening. Thomas said he was so close he went outside after the shooting to ask other officers whether he was injured too. And you can read the rest of this article. It goes into the court case and everything, but again, they following all the rules, everything being under control, at the snap of a finger, a cop can just decide to kill someone. And now a parent has to live the rest of their life knowing that they were responsible in a roundabout way, they were responsible for their son's death. Because again, this woman and her husband are going to be thinking probably every single day. They're probably again, this is in the news right now. They're probably thinking every single day, if I didn't call those cops, my son would be alive. Again, if you think cops are good, I'm sorry, they're not. And I'm not even sorry, you're just an idiot. Cops are literally Nazis in every sense of the word, the Gestapo. They are an occupying terrorist organization that is paid for by the government to get rid of undesirables. That is their role in society. That's why they treat people with mental health issues so poorly, because they're undesirables. To them, they see a useless member of society. To them, they see a leech. They see, oh, well, I can just kill this kid and save tax dollars down the line. That's their thought process. This kid isn't even human. They're just a creature inhabiting a human body. That's what these people think. And when you dehumanize people to such a degree, whether they be people with mental health issues, whether they be people of certain skin colors, whether they be people of certain genders or, sexual orientations, when you dehumanize someone, you are more likely to kill them or engage in lethal force, even when it's unnecessary. And I cannot understand how a society of humans, we are humans. We are all the same. We are all human beings. How did we get to the world that we live in now? Where humans are killing each other for no reason. There's no reason. This kid should be alive right now. But they're not. Because a cop who was high on pills, that's later in the article, a cop who was high on pills said, I want to go home and get my Big Mac. Fuck this shit. I don't have time for this shit. I want to roll by Wendy's, man. Get some spicy nugs. And now a mother has to think for the rest of their life. The rest of their life. If only I didn't pick up that phone. If only I had known that the cops would... If only I had studied more. If only I had read another book. If only I had done something else. My kid would be alive. This mother is going to be thinking about this every single day for the rest of their lives. All because a cop who was high on pills wanted to go home and get their fucking spicy nugs and Big Mac. It's disgusting. I don't know. It's gross. But that's the last story that I got for today. Hello, Ben Sorifman. Hello, Rielon N. Hello, Sophia Martinez. Hello, King of Badgers. K-pop girl. Afraid Not ampersand Ratchet. Vocal Majority. What is Papa Loppin'? JL, $5. Hashtag ACAB. Agreed. Please don't engage with trolls just for your heart. I only engage with trolls if I have something that I can impart on the rest of y'all. Wow. Does anyone have questions, comments, or concerns before I end the program today? I'm sorry if I'm not reading every single message, but you know, that was a lot. And I appreciate all the messages, but I personally do not want to spend the next 5 minutes reading people's reactions to the story I just went over. So I'm probably just gonna not do that. But yeah, no good. People in other occupations that deal with non-compliant people like nurses and teachers are trained in de-escalation, but cops who can use guns and take lives have no training? It's ridiculous. Yeah, I have AMC. I'm not selling. Why would I sell AMC? Like, hello? AMC is that good shit? Hey, AMC is my retirement fund, baby. Jonathan Sanchez, why are you such a cutie patootie? Good genes, I guess. And a whole lot of estrogen. I'm about to... Jeffrey, I can't. In fact, I won't. Not all cops are Nazis and bad. Yes, all cops are Nazis and bad. Shut up. The other cops could have intervened. The other cops could have told that person to not be there. They didn't. It's their fault just as much as it is the fault of the shooting officer. All cops, not just some cops, not just most cops, not 99%, 100% of police officers are disgusting, evil pigs that uphold a system of white, cis, supremacy. That's what they do. Their job is to cull the undesirables. That is their job. Literally, it's in their description. Whether or not you read undesirable as a criminal, or undesirable as someone with mental health issues, or undesirable as someone with a skin color that isn't yours, to them, their goal, their job is to cull the undesirables from society. Whether that be putting people in prison for, slightly tweaking their consciousness for fun every now and then, or whether it be putting people in prison for non-violent crimes that hurt nobody, or whether it be, beating the shit out of people for fun during a stop and frisk. Their job description in the way that they interpret it, like I was saying earlier, their job description is to protect and serve, right? That is their ostensible job description. The way that they interpret it, like I was saying, how certain people say, oh, Black Lives Matter all of a sudden means white people are evil. What? No, it doesn't. It just means that black people matter. Simple as that. But they interpret it in that weird way. So the way that police interpret protect and serve is basically they are there to cull undesirables from the population. That is their goal in society. That was the goal of the Gestapo. That is the goal of the modern, and not just, police are just the fucking natural evolution of slave patrols. So that is their role in society, to cull undesirables. Now, yes, should we have law enforcement of some kind? Sure. Someone shouldn't be able to go out there and shoot up a Walmart without, someone being involved in that scenario. But the way that the laws that we have, right? Again, why would someone be arrested for years for smoking a blunt on a sidewalk? What? They're just walking home after work and they want to relax a little on the way home? And you're telling me they deserve to be in prison? What? Z50, you're a dumb motherfucker. Hiko, you are also a dumb motherfucker. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude here. You are a dumb motherfucker. You can agree with me on all kinds of things. But if you don't understand the concept of how cops are bad. I'm sorry, but there's just a fatal flaw going on in your brain, and I would love to fix that flaw. I would love to. I would love to. But what is, if the role of police is not to cull undesirables from the population, what is their role? Tell me what their role is. Like, I just read a story of police murdering an 18-year-old who is schizophrenic, and your response is, cops are actually the good guys. That's your response. To a story about cops murdering someone's child in front of them for no reason. Cops are actually good. Think to yourself, why are you saying that? Walk it back. What happened? Like, is your mother or father a police officer? I think this is bad optics. You can make this argument without alienating. I don't care about the optics. I don't care. It's about basic human decency. It's not. I don't give a shit about optics. Hello, like, if I gave a shit about optics, I wouldn't be doing a show like this. It's about basic human decency. If you are more like, I read a story about police murdering someone with mental health issues for no reason after they were no longer a threat. If your response to that is, but not all cops are bad, then I'm sorry. We are not on the same level of respect for one another. And I would like to get on the same level, but I will not compromise. I'm not going to say, oh, well, there might be some good cop somewhere. You don't deserve applause for doing your job. Like, when you go to the grocery store and you see someone stocking shelves, do you just, like, stand, like, 6 feet back and go, oh, good job. Oh, yes. Do you do that? No. Why don't you do that? Whenever you go to buy something and you're talking to the cashier, do you just stand there and go like, oh, yes. Oh, thank you. No, you don't. Why? Because that's weird. So why do you do that with cops? I'm not you just being whoever, I'm not talking to anyone in specific, but I don't care about the optics. ACAB, no compromise. Also, sure, you have to send me a super chat. Yo, I'm a cop, and I find it extremely offensive, $5, that you complain about our license to kill. I'm feeling very threatened and scared now. Uh-oh. Exactly. What if I do all of I mean, hey, if you want to start praising people for doing their jobs, okay. I mean, I think that if you want to start, like, going to a shelf stalker and saying, damn, thank you for what you're doing, I really appreciate you, that's a good thing. But, fuck cops is my point. If you're doing this kind of damage control for cops and not every other profession, I'm sorry, you're a dumbass. I don't like Russia for they attacked us, but USA helps us with military supplies and lethal weapons from not that long time ago. That's good. I mean, yeah, take what you can get. And again, I just want to be very explicit here. My like, if you like, I'm not saying if you care about compromising on optics or whatever, I'm not saying that that's necessarily a bad thing. Like, if you're talking to your friend or whatever, and, like, your friend's a little bit weird, I wouldn't say, oh, ACAB, motherfucker, I'll never talk to you again. Like, it's all contextual. My point is, I'm doing a show. I can say whatever I want on this show. I'm not speaking to, like, a family member about this shit, right? I'm just speaking my mind. This is my opinion. Sister, I was in an illegal communist organization in a third world country. We wanted to kill all cops. I am just saying it's wrong to call all cops Nazis. This is rather how we fell against police brutality. Okay. I would love to hear more about that, but I don't necessarily think you need to kill all cops. We just need to dismantle the role of police in this country. We need to abolish them. We don't necessarily need to kill them. We need to just get rid of them. And, like, If a cop wants to exist and go stock shelves at a fucking grocery store, let them. They don't need to have a badge and a gun and decide who's desirable in our population and who's not. Not really a practical way to convince people. If you don't want your community to become a little circle jerk, you need... I don't disagree, Jonathan Sanchez, but I'm not trying to convince people here. I'm just speaking my mind. If a right-wing douchebag comes into my stream and they disagree, they disagree. Fuck them. I don't care. Like, I understand your concern, but like, and maybe, and let me just say this, maybe if there's a possible future where I've got like 5,000 viewers a stream or something, maybe I would try to take optics more seriously, right? I understand the concern. I'm not trying to like, you know, yell at you or anything. And I'm sorry if I came across that way. But right now I've got 80 viewers. I'm just chilling. This is my opinion. I don't care about optics. Individual cops can be okay, but they enforce existing hierarchy, thus ACAB. Yeah, basically. I mean, a cop can be nice to his kid when he gets home in the evening. And great on them for not being a piece of shit 24/7. But as soon as you decide to arrest someone for smoking marijuana, you are a net negative in society. As soon as you do that. I don't care. You know, again, all these, like when people defend cops, they always want to talk about, oh, what about the mass shootings and the muggings and the murder sprees that they stop? That's like 0.001% of the things that they do. As soon as you pull someone over for a taillight and then that involves you killing them, or or you give someone like, you know, throw them in jail or a ticket, or as soon as you ruin someone else's life for no reason on a law that doesn't even make sense, like especially when it comes to drugs, you are a net negative in society. You are a bad person. And you deserve to be tarred and feathered and had tomatoes thrown at you every single day of your life until you decide to change. Your opinion is reasonable and you are a great person. Thank you, Bodan. I appreciate that. My cousin dated a Caucasian girl, but her brothers and cousins were skinheads. Jesus. They stopped his car in traffic, threatening to kill me for defending him. I pulled a gun and ended up in jail for a month. That's just, again, what? You were defending yourself, but oops, cop just doesn't even care. It's all good, Jonathan Sanchez. My role, like right now, is to just speak my mind. Like, again, if I ever have a platform with 5,000 viewers a day or like, you know, whatever, like I'm constantly recalculating things. You know what I mean? So like right now, I disagree with you. If at some point in the future, if I'm like going on CNN or whatever to, you know, deliver a speech or something, I might not use such incendiary rhetoric. And I take your point and I understand your point. But this show is not about that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm speaking to my audience. I'm not speaking to the hypothetical grandma that your friend knows. You know what I mean? Like, and I just, you know, I want to be very explicit about that. If you don't speak out against shooting of unarmed people, you are just as guilty. I wouldn't say you're just as guilty, but you're definitely guilty of something, for sure. I hate hearing other people of color defend the police. White folks can keep that shit. It's something of, it's someone of color that worries me, RN, because they're being misled. So much shit has opened eyes. Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know. Cops are also some of the biggest criminals in our country, even outside the killings. Lots of drunk driving, taking and using drugs, even pedophilia. Yep, domestic abuse, that kind of shit. 40% of cops. Self-reported. I want to say this is a statistic that is self-reported. 40% of cops beat their wives or husbands. 40%. 85%, I believe, of cops voted for Donald Trump. 85% of cops voted for Donald Trump. Come on, man. I certainly wouldn't mind if there were no more Democrats. It depends. If we replace them, it depends on what we replace them with. Hello, Teddy. Well, anyway, again, I appreciate everyone for showing up. I just want to reiterate that I appreciate that you listen to me speak. I appreciate that you care about what I have to say. And again, we can disagree on things, and that's totally fine. Like, again, I want to be very explicit that I do not hate anybody in the chat. If we disagree, then we disagree, and that's okay. I watch a lot of YouTubers, and they say things that I disagree with, and if I feel like speaking my mind, I do, and that's great. Like, if you disagree, that's wonderful. Now, it depends. If you're coming into my chat room saying, like, based cops killing the Spurgs, right? Like, you're garbage. I don't want anything to do with you. Right? Like that guy who was in here earlier. I don't necessarily care about growing my audience. Like, I understand the concern, but I don't necessarily care about growing my audience. That's not my goal. My goal is, first and foremost, to enjoy myself. Second, to give my opinions, because I feel like my opinions are undervalued in society. I feel like, for example, the idea that all cops are bastards, I feel like that is an undervalued opinion in society. And therefore, I will rep that opinion. I'll see a reel on. I'm leaving soon anyway. So I do understand your concern. And again, if I were speaking to a family member, if I were speaking to someone on a bus, if I were, like, you know, there's, like, you have to, like, different contexts, I will say different things. Someone can disagree with me, and that's okay. But cops must be held accountable. It is okay. Politics must act in that regard. But, for example, if politicians keep cannabis illegal, then cops act accordingly, and they are bad. Absolutely. I don't care about the law. I don't care about upholding the law. To me, the law is meaningless. I don't give a shit about the law. The only law I care about are the laws of physics. That's it. Nothing else matters. If a cop says that marijuana is illegal, fuck him. I don't care. You want to know why marijuana is illegal? Richard Nixon wanted an excuse to lock up, quote, his aide was, he said, an aide to Richard Nixon once said that we started the drug war, quote, to lock up the blacks and the hippies for not voting for us. That was why the drug war started. To, again, cull undesirables from the population. Now, that doesn't require killing them necessarily. It just requires stripping them from their voter rights. So I don't care about the law. The law is dumb. Fuck the law. I don't give a shit. Smoke weed every day. What's my opinion on second wave feminism? I don't care. I read an article that said feds investigated 3 big cities and determined 90% of the cops were corrupt. That sounds about right. Sounds a lowball, though. Looking at it from outside, I think U.S. has a huge cop problem. Here in Sweden, the cops are mostly okay. There's zero risk of being killed by a cop here if you do not threaten them with a weapon. Yeah, that's great. That's how, like, things should be. Like, you know? And again, like, we can all disagree, and that's fine. As long as we all agree on the mission being, like, to build a society where these things stop happening. That's all I care about. Now, again, there are people that come into my chat room and will say, like, yes, I want to kill all people with mental health issues, and I will ban them. They do not share my mission. We are not the same, and therefore they're irrelevant to me. But as long as we share the mission of all human beings should be treated with respect, and all human beings should be given the opportunity to live their life to the fullest potential, as long as that's the mission, we can disagree on how to get there, and that's fine. Like, as long as we agree on the basic thing that we need to do here. Are there any billionaires that are not evil? No. ABAB? Reminder, all Americans are ABAB, assigned billionaire at birth. They just, you know, have yet to live to that potential. Temporarily embarrassed. AMC and GME are going up. What's AMC at? Oh, 16 almost. Cool, cool. But yeah, again, thank you for watching today's show. I appreciate everyone for showing up. I appreciate everyone for being here. It means a lot. We are all humans. We are all people. We are all the same thing. Like, you have to understand, like, you know, I'm about to get into some gobbledygook here, so brace for impact. But, like, I personally believe that there's no such thing as a consciousness. Now, we have something that we call a consciousness because that's how we interpret it, but that doesn't mean anything to me. We are all part of the same universe. We are all created of the same atoms. We all eat and drink the same water and the same food, and then we shit it back out, and then it, X amount of years later, someone else eats it again. It's the cycle of life. We are all connected in every way imaginable. And so we need to start treating each other that way. Every human has value. Every being has value. Animals have value. Ecosystems have value. Right? So, I don't know. I'm going, I'm on a little bit of a, space expedition lately. So, but yeah, I'll talk more about that later. Hopefully y'all have a good rest of your day. And again, I appreciate you for watching. And if you have anything you want to talk to me about or whatever, send me a message. I'll try to respond. If I don't respond, I'm sorry. I'm at the point where it's like really difficult to keep up with things, or it's getting there, right? And so I apologize for that. And again, tomorrow, I'm not sure if I'm going to be streaming at 10. I might stream at 9 instead. I'm not sure. I will keep you posted. I will start the stream page on YouTube so you'll know, because tomorrow I'm going back to North Carolina. So if I do get this shit done a little earlier, then it's a little easier for us to get the ball rolling. So yeah. I'll keep you posted. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate you.
Antifa exists. Well, you have to understand, the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon. They had a very bad original concept. It was carried out poorly, and the cover-up was one of the worst in the history of cover-ups.
Honestly, Sam, if I could just get this sentence out. We can talk about Jimmy Dore can go and kill 15 kids tomorrow, and I still believe in force the vote.
Not good. Believe me, not good.
Come on, I gotta go. Let me respond. There's a lot to respond to here. Let's get something straight. You shouldn't be disappointed. What I've done so far is more than anybody else has done this far. Okay? Number one. Number two, I mean what I say when I say it. I mean what I say when I say it. I'm the only person who's ever run on 3 platforms that I was told could not possibly win the election, and I never ceased from it. One was on
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing. But I tell you, if you have a problem, then you ain't black. But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
But you have to go home now.
Get your words straight, Jack. 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 Get your words straight. Get your words straight, Jack. Get your words straight, Jack.
Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. But you have to go home now.